Hello. Hello, hello. It will not be a very long stream. I I'm sleepy. But I said I was gonna stream this afternoon. I had a lot of busy stuff that I had to do. I got it all done. So here I am, doing what I can. Hope you're doing well. Oops, I did not mean to throw that. All right. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Welcome in. Howdy. What's up, the Lava God? Welcome, everyone. Yeah, I just try to do my best with staying true to what I said, and I knew I would be home later. It just ended up being later than I expected. I'm pretty happy with what I've gotten for Safari Week, though. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by. Do me a big favor and smash that like button and subscribe if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. Uthu would be pretty cool. I would not be mad. Only a few more days of Safari Week left. I feel like I can get at least one more thing. Hopefully it stays, though. Looks like I'm having a little bit of frame rate issues tonight, which is kind of weird. Hopefully it doesn't give me any issues past that. Oh, weird. Must have bumped it, I guess. Oh, dang it. Oops. Damn it. Yo, 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 yo. How's it going? I am sleepy, but I am shiny hunting. Even for just a little bit. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to stream earlier. I just ended up having a lot more stuff to do than I thought. So this is what we get, but I will stream tomorrow too. But I will stream tomorrow as well. Don't know exactly what time, but kind of depends on when I wake up and what I get done tomorrow. Oops. Oh, nice. Such a good game. Oh, hell yeah. You going for the full armor set or just like random stuff? Nice. Hell yeah. Oh, nice. I kind of want to play that again. That's a pretty fun game. I'm so excited for Echoes of Wisdom, though. I'm so stoked. Hey, welcome. Yeah, what's up, Box Eater? Nice to see you. Nice to see you as well. Gosia. Hopefully I'm saying your name wrong, and if not, I'm so sorry. Thank you all for hanging out. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, everyone, for stopping in. If you want to do me a favor and smash that like button and subscribe if you're new, that'd be awesome. I started streaming in 2019, yeah. And then I've been streaming. I mean, I streamed really consistently between 2019 and like 2021. My health has kind of tanked from 2022 onward, and I'm just kind of doing what I can with what I can. Which game? I'm playing Brilliant Diamond, and I am playing Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah, this year was my 5th year stream anniversary. May 6th. Trying to catch a shiny this Spry week. Got a Zubat. Oh, I had a Psyduck the other day that fled first ball, but we did manage to get Wooper, which was pretty cool. I'm just kind of, I want Heracross the most, but I'll be grateful for whatever. So I've seen 2, caught 1 so far this year. This was my first flea ever doing Safari Zone though. Safari week, I guess. But it was fun. I had a good time with it. That's what I thought too. I want to reclaim the Psyduck itself. Even if it's not this year, it'll be a goal for next year. But I'd be happy with anything. My goal for this year was just to see something. And then after that happened, I was like, okay, I would like to catch something now, please. And the universe delivered. It really does. Wooper has a really good shiny as well. But no, Psyduck, it really shocked me. And now every time I see a Quagsire, I'm like, oh. I'll be right back. One moment, everyone. Sorry. Sorry about that. Got a little hot. I had to turn off. I do have on reclaiming the Zubat. We got Crobat and Alpha Sapphire from a shiny only run. Oh, that's fair. Zubat shiny would look pretty good in a Safari Ball, in my opinion, as well. Like, so I could see that. Or just any shiny Pokemon. Any Pokemon in general. I guess Safari Ball does look pretty nice. I feel that. I did a badge quest in Sapphire, and it wasn't too bad, actually. Most of the badge quests, right? It took me, like, just between pretty much the first, like, 7 shinies were probably, like, 5 or 6 months, maybe a little bit more. So not too bad, right? Not too bad. Some of them went by pretty quick, so I'd probably say it was even, like, 4 to 5 months. And then Kyogre came along. And Kyogre took a year by itself. So that sucked. 39,602 encounters later, I got a whale. Especially since I was doing horde hunting as my main method. Would have technically had. No, actually, it's it wouldn't be 5 and 4096. That's not how it works. They're still rolled. It's 1 and 4096 5 times. You would not by any reason like divide it or like no. They don't factor like that. They're individual rolls of 1 and 4000 5 times. It's the same with Dynamax Adventures. They don't scale. They don't like stack. It's 1 and 400 4 times. Like. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, they don't stack on top of each other. Your chances are better, but your odds don't stack. If that makes sense, because you're still seeing more in a shorter span of time, but your individual odds are all still separate. They're all being re-rolled individually. They're not being rolled all at once. Like they are, but they're separate. You know what I mean? It's like if you take 5 dice and you roll them all. They're still all 5 separate random rolls. It is kind of weird, but that's just how it's programmed to be individual. Yeah. No, it's weird too because like with Dynamax Adventures, I think that was when a big misconception for how things stacked together came about. And I can see why people would think that, though, too. Horde hunting is actually my, like, if I were to say, like, between methods, like, I like doing full odds the most, but horde hunting is my favorite, like, method hunt. Chain fishing one, ooh, chain fishing is awesome. Chain fishing is, like, it's fun, because, like, that's a pretty good dip into odds, you know, it actually gives you a pretty good chance. But also it's kind of monotonous. It's kind of difficult. And it does take a little, like, you got to pay attention. And Carvana is my all-time favorite shiny. So it's like, I have to have a love for fishing because that's like the main way to get my favorite shiny. I got a tentacle after a few hours. Oh, that's fair. Dude, no, I'm not going to lie to you. I've tried chain fishing a few times. It can be, like I said, it's monotonous, dude. It can be really disheartening, too, just because, like, you seem like you're on a good roll. Next thing you know, it's like, oh, man, not even a nibble. And you're just like, son of a goddamn, you know? You're on a chain of 99 or something. I was hoping, yeah, dude. Okay, Magikarp. So a lot of people have like different deities of Pokemon that they praise, right? Everyone has like their own beliefs of Pokegod. Here, we believe in the Great Golden God, but that might not be what you think. Our Great Golden God is Magikarp, and we gave it the nickname Mujikoop, and it has a handsome Squidward face. Hey! What's up, Playon? Nice to see you. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, dude, seriously, happy Safari Week. It's the best holiday of the freaking year, man. I got nibbles from having gotten a suction cup Pokemon. Oh, that's actually, yeah, like, I love that about hunting, too, is you can bring Pokemon with certain abilities that, can really optimize the hunt. The thing is, though, I was like sitting here, right? I couldn't remember if Illuminate worked in Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald or just Emerald. And it turns out, pretty sure it's just Emerald. But I went through the process and the trouble of getting 4 Illumise with freaking Illuminate. And it doesn't actually do anything for me in these games. Dude, I feel that. I love Safari Week, dude. It's so good. So fun. Scary. It's exhilarating. We failed one and caught another one. I'm gonna try to do 2 hours tonight. I'm a pretty sleepy guy, but I'm gonna shoot for 2 hours. If I get too tired, if I hit the precipice of ultimate sleepiness, see, I can't even talk, I'll just go to sleep. But as of right now, I'm feeling pretty good, feeling decent. Also for Magnemite hunting, I did not want puzzle. Fair. You never know, man. RNG is such a turd. The funny thing is, I was doing Dynamax Adventures the other day. And, past few months, really. And I've also been hunting in Ruby and Sapphire. And I got, I got 2 1 in 8,000 shinies before I freaking got 1 Dynamax Adventure shiny. And I was hunting them in the same amount of time. Could not believe that happened. Dude, I was so mad. Like, I wasn't actively angry because I was still getting shinies. But I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, absolutely. Like I was talking about earlier with the Kyogre. Yeah, and the short streams right now is like, it's a new format, and it's kind of a really popular format. YouTube is pushing it out a lot more than it's pushing out landscape formats right now. So my videos and streams are kind of getting more exposure than they would if I were to just do landscape. And I'm not the kind of person that's like, oh, hey, like, this doesn't feel so much of a fad as it does like a shift in format because YouTube is trying to kind of combat the Reels thing and the TikTok thing. So I feel like it's just a competitor thing against other platforms. I kind of like it too. At first, I was kind of on the fence about it, a little 50-50 because I really liked my landscape setup. But I feel like I have, in a weird way, I have like less space but more room to work with. And like I feel like everything is kind of like more organized in a sense where it's just all right there. I'm not like looking around. Going to ask why your bike hop in for encounters, but remember that I think. So some games do. I am lazy. I am 100% being lazy right now. So I like the Acrobike for that reason. I'm using Sweet Scent and the Acrobike so I can be as lazy as physically possible. I straight up in my lap right now, I have 5 controllers. A lot of people have like really clever and smart setups where they like rig their controllers together. So they have like one or 2 controllers for a multi-rig setup. My ass is over here like a freaking pilgrim. I'm over here literally playing piano with 5 different controllers. So that's yeah, I know, like, I wouldn't even say it's picking it. Like, the emulator setups are pretty crazy. I do actually indeed play piano. Yeah, and see, I know a few mutuals and like a few people who I follow on Twitter and stuff who they do like the word, they do mods. They do like Game Boy mods and like controller mods. And I would like to do that. I cannot afford to do that right now. My life is not going in that direction. Yeah, I didn't mean to catch it. I don't want it. But it's okay. I mean, I wanted it, but I want a shiny one. Didn't mean it. I will accidentally throw Safari balls a million times. I can get a DS emulator. Oh, see? That actually would be sweet. I would not mind doing that. I'm actually trying to get a hacked DS or a modded DS, so I can actually my buddy, a fellow content creator, Way Gaming, definitely check out our channel. They showed me a way to essentially host or like stream from the hacked DS or modded DS, so I could basically like screen capture. I'm so scared, dude. Everyone tells me it's pretty easy, and I do believe that. I am not confident. Like, I don't want to brick my DS, and like I got a new 2DS for like the sake of hacking or modding my old one. I was like, dude, I straight up feel like my stream setup is like the equivalent to those people that you see that have like the technology held together by like gum and paper clips and stuff. Like, see, I might try it out. I'm just so nervous. I think my anxiety would really mess me up with that. Oh, one moment, actually. Wow, what is happening? Everything is breaking. One moment. No, yeah, and like I feel like in theory it doesn't seem difficult. I just like I am such a sentimental little like turd that I was like, if I bricked it and it was something that I've had for so long, I'd be like, oh, why would I do this? Like my brother does stuff like that, and I honestly, most of the time where I have those kind of issues, I'm like, John, help. But he's helped me a lot this year, so I'm trying not to go for him for a lot of stuff already. You know what I mean? What was I doing? I was doing something. Fixing my stuff. Doing the thing. Dancing a jig. Okay, I fixed it. Fixed it. Cool. Woo. Yeah, no, it's definitely worth it, and I just need to get over it. Like, I'm just being a coward a little bit about it, but the same way I have a friend that's always see, and like I kind of like get on myself to do it too. I'm just like, oh, see, that'd be cool. And that's actually, so I did get this recently, and I haven't done anything with it yet because I have a lot of things I need to do, and I want to reorganize my computer and kind of clean it up a little bit. But I got this. Ba-ba-da-ba. Woo. And there are so many things that we are going to do with this beautiful device, including many mythical hunts in the future. It is the Game Boy operator, and essentially with it I will have access to like mystery gifts as well as like essentially I can use it to like what you said, I can back up my saves for the Game Boy. I can kind of create save states for my cartridge games. It is, I feel like it's like Game Shark Plus. And from my understanding is it doesn't so much let you use like I don't know if it, I don't know exactly how it works. I know that there's I haven't done the mystery gifts with my phone. No, I have not. But I know it basically like it rewrites the cartridge and like gives you that stuff. I don't know what kind of stuff you can do with it. I'm assuming you could probably mod the game in some sense. But it seems like it eventually, or it essentially emulates your save states. Oh, that sounds dope. What? That actually sounds trippy. Like Ruby Sapphire? I actually, wait. I think I heard about somebody posted that on Twitter. I feel like I should know who that was. I think Rex was talking about it. Hey, what's up, Tyranitar? Nice to see you. Welcome in. If you're new here, my name is Brett, and welcome to the Shiny Shack. I am sleepy, but we're still gonna stream. We're doing it because I want some shinies. And Safari Week ends in like 2 days. I want an Aeon ticket for Oris. I want to hunt Latios. See, what was it? Wasn't there like an Oris? Couldn't you street pass the Aeon ticket? Because like I really want to do convention meetups where we street pass with freaking Aeon tickets, dude. Like I feel like that would be so fun. Yeah, that I think I got it from the event, and because I know I have it. Maybe I got it from a friend, but I know, like, dude. Yeah, no, I like one of my favorite things about the DS is freaking Street Pass and Spot Pass, bro. I'm pretty sure I like one of my things that I did, like before I shiny hunted, I really got into shiny hunting. I used to want to complete my Pokedex with like all forms and like evolutions. And so like I did that like throughout playing the games as they came out. Like I grew up with Blue and Red. I never had like a Pokemon falling out. And so like as these games came out, I was like, gotta catch them all. Like I was doing the thing. I was becoming the slogan. And so because of that, I never really went through and erased my saves unless I had like multiple of the game. Like if I had 2 copies, then I would erase the save on one of them so I could still keep like that mother file, you know. Saves me the pain if I do something. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's actually cool. That's trippy. Oh, Sakataka. My favorite Ultra Beast is Blacephalon. But Sakataka is awesome. I love the name, and it has a great shiny. I feel like I might just do an hour. I wanted to do 2 hours. I already feel like I've been streaming for way longer than I have been. And that means I'm just going to exhaust myself. And I would like to stream tomorrow, too. I got up way early this morning. As much as I would like to, I would stream all through the night if I had my way. But I tend to do that. I tend to push myself. And then I get sick. And then I'm like, oh, whoa, what happened? Why did I get sick? What did I do? And, you know, I'm over here being a doofus. And when you, like, when you have medical issues that cause you to be in the hospital frequently, you should probably not be a doofus. Oh, jeez. Dang. Ain't that just the way, man? Stack Attack was giving you the runaround for real. I was hoping it wouldn't be as long as the average horizontal time, especially considering I could only find Stack Attack and had the shiny charm. Dude, I feel that. There are some hunts in some games where I did Own Tempo Rockruff Masuda with charm. Maybe it was just Masuda, but no charm. Because I don't think I had charm in that game. Most of the time, I don't get the shiny charm. I do have it in some games. But most of the time, I don't. But so I think it was Masuda without charm, which would still be 1 in 683 instead of 512. But it was like 7k. Like, it was pretty annoying. Yeah, no, I was like, this is broken. I checked my Ditto 1 million times, and I was like, no, I'm doing Masuda. Like, I'm doing the thing. And no, I remember I wasn't streaming at the time. Well, I kind of was streaming. I didn't really have the ability to do like capture card on multiple systems, and I still don't have the ability to do capture card on DS. Now sometimes I like film myself or stream myself like pointing the camera at my DS. But so I remember posting about that on Instagram, because before I started streaming on YouTube, I used to post my shiny finds and shiny hunts on Instagram. And I still have my Instagram. I just have been less diligent about posting on it, and I really, really want to get back into it because it's like my roots. My shiny roots. Oh, I was going to set up Pokemon Sleep, and I just never did. I guess I'm not asleep, so it would have been a Pokemon lie. I don't know how I feel about that. Dang. Oh yeah. I feel that though. I actually, speaking of eggs, I keep mentioning this too. When Scarlet and Violet, not when it first came out, a little bit after, I started doing like Masuda for starters, and I have a bunch of just unhatched eggs sitting in my box in Scarlet and Violet. Like, they've been there now for like almost 2 years, just not hatched. And I feel horrible, but I'm also like, huh. Now, like, how long do I sit on these eggs? Maybe the longer I let them sit, the more likely they are to be shiny. Yeah, no, I feel that. They're just kind of sitting there, and I'm like, well, maybe someday, you know? I don't want to rule you out there, eggs, but it's not looking too likely, friend. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can even like put them in Pokemon Bank. Couldn't you like GTS them? Or Pokemon Home, not Pokemon Bank. Listen to me, dude. Yeah. And you never know. Maybe one of them is shiny and you'll like make somebody's day. Making my day. We could only go up, down, or left or right. None of this diagonal or circle-y shit. Anyways, I did all of that on Pokemon Mood, 400 plus hours on that save alone from egg hatching. Dang. Actually, I really liked SOS as well. SOS was another method that I thought was pretty fun. I call it the windshield wiper method because it literally is kind of how it felt for me when you're like, knock out this one. Okay, now you knock out this one. Then you knock out this one. And then you knock out that one. But I had a lot of fun. Even then, I went over odds and ain't that just the way, dude? I can't wait for freaking Legend ZA, man. I am of the excited variety. And if you want to check out my reaction to it, was it exclamation trailer? It's not exclamation reaction, is it? Oh, shit. I can't even remember my own freaking command. I think it's exclamation trailer. I had a lot of fun with that. And I really hope, I don't want it to be like too time travel-y. If it's like a little postmodern, that would be cool. I don't want it to be anything crazy. I really want it to be like a science versus environment sort of thing. Like a post-industrial kind of situation where like we've gone too far with technological advancements and the world outside of the city is like polluted. Because it says it's going to take place in just one city. So, I mean, that I feel like there would be a reason as to why. See, yeah, it seems like, I don't know, because it says re-urbanization. We did a whole breakdown for this and like what that means. And it showed it's in a modern era. So I think it's going to be like maybe a little bit post-present time. I don't want it to be like future. And I definitely don't think it's going to be like a prequel because it seemed very modern in the framework, in the wire work of the Pokemon, of like showing us Lumio City. The wire work itself looked very modern. It did look like from a previous era. Everything there kind of looked similar to how it was in X and Y, but with like a more, I would say, a better graphics engine. Thank you. Weird, I totally thought it was one of those two commands. But and Zygarde's Pokedex entry in like every game is pretty much like, yo, when you start messing with the earth in the environment, Zygarde's gonna show up and he's gonna beat your ass and then he's gonna go back to sleep. So I really feel like it would be, for there to be a reason that Zygarde would have to be forced out, I would like to see maybe like an artificial Pokemon or an artificial something kind of force him out in some way, or like the A literally standing for an apocalyptic event that forces Zygarde to basically restore the balance of the environment, which would be, in my opinion, pretty cool. I just want to see it like a little postmodern where like maybe we messed up, and New Mauville from ORAS, its design is based off of Lumio City, and it is said that there was like 69 floors under New Mauville, but the plan was abandoned due to like Pokemon moving in and creating habitats. But the Lumio City seems like it's going to be a co-habitual area. It seems like the re-urbanization was focusing, one of its main aspects of focus was on the co-habitual living of people and Pokemon. So I'm very curious to see what that entails. See, I agree. I do think that would be kind of cool. But I also hope it's kind of like artificial. Like because of the stuff with the cells and there's so much like scientific exploration going into Zygarde already, it would be kind of crazy to see if they like manipulated Zygarde cells and made their own like artificial Zygarde even. But it maybe does the opposite, kind of like the freaking Jirachi formed Groudon from the Wishmaker movie. I just my biggest thing right now is like, see, that's kind of how I feel too. Like, it's very interesting to me. Zygarde seems to, like, as much as he seems to be like manipulated by some sort of, like, he is cells that kind of come together. It really seems like he is this like primordial force. He is a guardian of the environment, though he seems very like manufactured or artificial in a certain way of just like the cellular construction and like all of that nonsense. It's crazy his connections to the earth, even being like ground dragon. I'm curious. And see, with everything going on too, my understanding of Zygarde was like Xerneas, my freaking Xerneas, yeah. Xerneas being the aspect of life, and Yveltal being the aspect of death, you know, and passing. I felt like Zygarde was balance, and kind of like it in the aspect that Rayquaza was to, or Rayquaza, however you want to say it, was to Kyogre and Groudon. I felt like Zygarde helped form that balance, and I don't know. I'm very, very interested to see what they're gonna do, and I would really like a more like rustic and earthy form of Zygarde rather than like the Megazord, which I was into. Don't get me wrong, big time Power Rangers fan. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I was thinking too. It is like life, death, and balance. He's just Thanos. Well, okay, let me see if I still have it. Do I still have it saved on here? Do I? I'll just pull it up. I know where I have it saved. Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. These. Let me see if I can do the thing. These are all of them. All of Zygarde's dex entries. Oh, I didn't run out of steps. My game froze. Sometimes the consoles I have them on will crash and freeze. So, this was the thing that like really formed my theory. So when I first started watching the trailer, I love breaking down theories. I love Easter eggs. I'm all about that life. So when I saw the trailer, we started breaking it down like immediately. And I was like, what would be the reason that Zygarde is the box legendary for this? And so when you look at literally like every freaking dex entry for this homeboy, when the Kalos region's ecosystem falls into disarray, it appears and reveals its secret power, which I'm assuming is just its max form, but they could delve into that and have that be something new, you know, that we haven't seen before. But it pretty much like repeats that a lot, and like it's hypothesized it's monitoring those who destroy the ecosystem from deep within its cave. So that's kind of where I developed this theory of like, there's got to be a reason humanity is in Lumio City. If Zygarde reacts to the ecosystem being under turmoil, it would be kind of cool if maybe Lumio City was in like this protective dome because the ecosystem outside of Lumios is unlivable, so people and Pokemon cannot exist comfortably outside of that. That's like my hope. That would be like, that's a dark hope, but that would be a solid reason as to why you cannot leave Lumios. And like, who knows what Zygarde comes into that. But literally, it all kind of goes into that. It's hypothesized monitoring those who store the ecosystem. 50% form. Zygarde's form, when it's gathered 50% of its cells, it wipes out all who oppose it without a shred of mercy. That's kind of scary. But even then, the opposite of Sun, it still says it's thought to be monitoring the ecosystem. There are rumors it's even
greater power lies hidden within it. And see, that still makes me feel like it could be something more than like the 100% form that we've seen, which that it's very vague. But, and also with, I'll go to 10% form before we move on, but some say it can change form to even more powerful form while battling those who threaten the ecosystem. And see, that kind of mixes all of its dex entries together, which I find very interesting. Sharp fangs make short work, finishing off enemies. It's unable to maintain its body. After a short period of time, falls apart. So that to me is interesting too. Like, what makes Zygarde unstable? Gathered, it runs across the land at speeds greater than 60 miles per hour. It leaps your opponent's chest. Oh my god, that's horrifying. Freaking alien. Zygarde's form at 100%. At times when it uses overwhelming power to suppress those who endanger the ecosystem. So it all comes down to that. And like, even its 100% form has enough power to overwhelm Yveltal and Xerneas, which also kind of goes with the whole balance thing. See, this is like where my whole basis comes from for that. Like, that's kind of my whole, it all goes from there. And then if you kind of look into like the whole new Mauville thing that's based off of Lumio City blueprints, you kind of get the idea that it is kind of a contained ecosystem and environment. Like, I don't know. I would really like to see a like man versus nature story with Pokemon. It would remind me of the Wishmaker movie and Pokemon movie Forever. Kind of miss the old style rivals in Pokemon games. I was just talking about that the other day. Actually, we had a huge conversation about that the other day. Like my favorite rivals being Silver, Blue, and actually Kieran. I feel like Kieran was such a good change of pace. Because, like, and that's what I wanted from a rival. I wanted a rival that kind of starts out your friend and you're like, yeah, no, this is great. And then they're like, what the hell? Like they kind of realize that at every step, you are the thing that is their obstacle, you know? So I liked Kieran's, like, I felt like there was an arc there. He kind of went and, like, only sought out power and then kind of realized, like, it was more about, like, the friends we made along the way on top of everything else. Like, yeah, Silver being a criminal was hilarious. And I'll say the same thing about Gladion. Gladion is another, like, character that I really appreciated as, like, a rival. But they're, like, some of the characters that are just too hopefully optimistic. And, like, I don't know. And they're popular characters, too. Yeah, I did enjoy Gen 7. I just, like, I feel like how Hop and Nimona. I don't mind how. Hop is just worse how. And Nimona is Goku. I never liked Goku. Okay, don't give wait. That's a lie. I love Goku in Dragon Ball. I freaking love Goku in Dragon Ball. Yeah, see, and that's why I don't mind how. How wasn't, like, annoying to me, and how I even felt like he had conflict within himself and within, like, you know, his grandfather, the Kahuna. I felt like I enjoyed that. There were strife there. It wasn't just happy-go-lucky all the time. There was conflict outside of, like, just him being a trainer, and I enjoyed that. But, I like, he's not, like, amongst my favorites. And the Gen 6 friendship thing, like, Gen 6 was very fun. I had a really good time with Generation 6. It was a big leap for a lot of people, and, like, it was a lot of people's, like, first introduction to Pokemon. But, like, it was so handholdy, and it like, didn't get so bad, I guess. But in that beginning, man, like, everything revolved around that whole, like, interacting with that whole group. and I didn't mind it, but it just felt so forced. Like, I had fun, and I'll do it again. I am doing it again. I'm resetting for Froakie. But, like, it felt like a very strange, like, locked Pokemon tutorial. Like, yes, I'll agree. Absolutely. We were talking about the experience share and the experience all the other day and how far things have come and how I think it's pretty funny that nowadays it's just like a quality of life thing. Like in Brilliant Diamond even, or like a lot of these games, Legends Arceus and stuff like that, Scarlet and Violet, you do one thing, you catch a Pokemon, you look at your Pokemon, you go camping with your Pokemon. All of the Pokemon in your party get experience, every single one of them. And while I understand, I absolutely get it. Sometimes it's like a little too easy with all the candies and experience stuff that we get nowadays too. But I don't want it to go back necessarily because like I know the grind is brutal. I'm trying to like beat the Elite Four in 4 different games. I love Legends Arceus, but there's definitely a lot of things I'm hoping that they like update and move away from in Legends ZA. And I hope we have a mini map. We got a mini map in Scarlet and Violet, so I feel like we would still get one in Legends ZA, even though we didn't get one in Arceus. But who knows? Yeah, exactly. And it would be cool if you could like toggle it on and off. Exactly. Yeah. Which has been the way that it's kind of been for a while now. Yeah. All right. I have hit the 1 hour precipice. I'm not sure how much longer I'll stream. But I don't like ending on like not rounded numbers. So if I might get to like 44 or 4,500. We'll see how I'm feeling. Yeah, that's true. With a game like Let's Go, I understand. That makes sense. But I feel like it didn't really make sense in Arceus or like even Scarlet and Violet, like. I don't know. Doesn't bother me, I guess. It's a change from when I was young and the world was new. Yeah. I mean, the only way you could really even battle was like outside of gyms was like the master trainers or like the rando trainers. Even then, it wasn't too many of them. Yeah, I feel that. I agree with that. Hey, I wasn't recording. Whee! If I got a shiny, that would have taken me even longer to do the reaction. Jeez. I need to stretch my legs real quick. I'm going to do an encounter in Brilliant Diamond, and then I'll be right back. I would have laughed if that shined. I thought it was going to. Okie dokie. Hey. Wonder if I'll find a shiny to get the chance of catching Safari Week. Oh, heck yeah. I believe in you. I would like to get something in Ruby and Sapphire. I've had some great Marsh luck, which is pretty cool, but I would really like to get something in Ruby and Sapphire. Or Platinum, because every other day I do like a stream from my phone if I'm not here using my computer setup. And I've been streaming Platinum through that. I've been doing Brilliant Diamond as well. But that's like the only way I really get to stream my DS. So taking advantage of it. Main target is Larvitar. Oh, that's awesome. That's so sick. Larvitar is a good goal for sure. I do really like the Heart Gold Soul Silver Safari setup. Like having to build your Safari Zone to get like specific things to show up. I just feel like it makes sense. And I always kind of liked it. Reminded me of like the base building a little bit in Ruby and Sapphire. Oh, dang it. Whoops. Freaking Barbarrel. We have so many, but oh no, we don't. Run away. Bye. Oh, didn't run. Okay. Larvitar, Zubat at night, Golbat at night, Rattata, Eradicate at day, Lunatone, like, ooh, nice. Lunatone would be cool. I love Lunatone. Oh, that'll be dope. Oh God. Yeah,
Catch rates are one of the things I will try not to look at because it will just scare the crap out of me. 9 times out of 10, I will just throw a ball and like send all of my energy out into the universe. Oh, dang! My luck and love goes out to them. I want Heracross the most, but I'll take pretty much anything. What's up, Gladiator Gibble? Nice to see you. Thank you all for coming in. If you're new here, my name is Brett, and welcome to the Shiny Shack. If you're going to do me a big favor and smash that like button and subscribe if you're new, that would be amazing. From what I know, throwing bait is only worth it on Matang, because it lowers flea rate and catch rate, but I think catch rate can't get lower on base catch rate odds. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, see, it definitely seems like it's a tricky function, and it gives me the fear. Could be entirely wrong, that bait thing, though. Yes, yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I thought that gloom was shiny. It definitely tripped me out. I definitely should look more into it, and I mean, like, Absol Blogs and Professor Rec and Professor Rex, there are definitely people who I would recommend, like, going to for, like, advice or info, and there are a lot more of other content creators who are really informative with that kind of thing as well. Those those are just the first two off the top of my head. No, Rex has some really good videos on it. No, they are cartridges through Game Boy players. Weep. And Game Boy operators. Okay, so rocks, mud, races, catch, and Pleiades. Oh, God. That's scary. Yeah, that's a gamble, dude. That is quite the gamble. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by, though. I greatly appreciate that. Who all is participating in Safari Week, and what are your main targets? Yeah, it's actually almost over. Safari Week this year was from, like, was it the 21st to the 30th, I believe? It's every June, generally. Yeah. Yeah. No, he's been spoiling us with the past few Safari Weeks. Ooh, nice. Oh, that's a great hunt. Dude, I am kind of on a standstill for Squirtle. Squirtle has been giving me the runaround, and now it's kind of on pause until I can hunt it, like, on stream. Good luck, dude. Are you doing a badge quest or anything? Are you just kind of going for the starter and going from there? Maybe a dream team quest, Blue? Such a fun hunt, dude. I love that they like status box changes too. It's one of the only games that does that in, right? But that's fair. That is a reasonable thing. Hey, I kind of feel that I am sick frequently unless I have my ear to the ground. I have no idea what's going on. This Safari Week is like my favorite. It's my favorite holiday ever. No, it is definitely my favorite community event. It is favorite even more than my own community event that I host. I host the bug catching contest in March every year. And even beyond that, I prefer Safari Week to my own event. Dude, same. I didn't get anything this year, but next year, I'm ready. Soul Silver is super fun. Heart Gold as well. I actually am doing a Pokewalker shiny hunt. Oliver MKP gave me the code for Action Replay to remove the shiny lock from Pokewalker. So when I send them over, I can actually check to see if they're shiny. Oh, that's awesome. Hell yeah. Dude, random encounter shinies, like without hunting anything even, like you're just going from point A to point B, doing your own thing. I love random shinies. Okay, I don't know how many people here have heard my first ever story, like my first ever shiny story, but tell me yours. I will follow up with my first ever shiny. But I would like to know the chats. I would like to know yours. Because I feel like my first shiny story will never, anything like that will never happen to me again. And like for me, it definitely like did the trick of getting me into shiny Pokemon. But I should have known about them much sooner than that. First ever shiny was actually a random encounter Zubat in Pokemon Silver. That's awesome. When I was 11 or so. And what sucks is that not only did the save file somehow get wiped, but he lost the card. That sucks. I'm so sorry. I actually don't have my first ever shiny either. The cartridge that it was on was stolen or lost, like one of the two. I moved around quite a bit when I was younger, and some people who I lived with absolutely hid some of my stuff when I moved away because they knew they'd never see me again. My first shiny was a Wingull and Sapphire. Oh, dude, that a lot of people, you know, and see, I was one of those kids that when I was young, I did not know about shiny Pokemon so much, but I should have, because when I was young, I grew up, I was 6 when Pokemon Blue and Red came out in the States. I was 6 years old, 1998. And I grew up with Pokemon. I watched the cartoon, like, diligently and religiously. I played the games as they came out, diligently and religiously. And I still, my dumb child brain did not correspond like shiny Pokemon. I saw Noctowl. I saw that it was like, that's a different colored Noctowl. It sparkles when it comes out of its Pokeball. Blah, blah, blah. Red Gyarados, that whole thing. My brain did not correspond them other than the fact that they were like special Pokemon. And like my brain was like, yeah, kind of like albino. But I didn't really put together the fact that every Pokemon could have a shiny and that it was a thing that was obtainable through anything other than like Red Gyarados or like being a thing in the show. So I had no idea what they were. I was about 13 years old, and me and my best friend and my brother, we used to play Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. And we would like swap games. We would my favorite game was Sapphire, and I always played Sapphire. My brother played Ruby, and our best friend played Emerald. And we would like switch. And we would always like race each other to see who were the first to beat the game and complete the Pokedex. We would do like challenge runs, and we'd like give each other like different rules, kind of like Nuzlocke in a way, or like cage locks, but without like your Pokemon die, you lose them kind of thing. Because we didn't know about Nuzlocke at the time, so we literally would like beat the games, race, and then we'd switch games. Well, one time I started playing Ruby. We like did our challenge and we started over, and I got Ruby this time. And usually I would go with Mudkip, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go with Trico. Might as well. And so I picked Trico as my starter. I sent it out, and it has a red tail and like a teal body with these big old golden eyes. And I knew it had to be special because when I sent it out, I saw the stars. I was like, what the heck happened to my Trico? I was like, what? I was like, this is so cool. I was like, guys, what is happening? And so I saved my game, and I restarted my game, and my Trico was still like blue, like teal with a red tail. And I was like,
what? And they were just like, okay, I guess. So I traded it over to my Sapphire. And then when I moved away, a couple years later, these kids named Chris and Trent were like, bro, you got a shiny Sceptile. Whoa. And I was like, I got a what? And that kind of from that point on, they were like, dude, this is really cool. And I was like, oh shit, what? I was like, what? I stumbled upon a shiny by accident. My first shiny ever was a random starter Trico in Ruby. And I was like 13 years old, had no freaking idea, but I kept it until I lost that cartridge. And I did reclaim it as an adult on another copy of Ruby. But, like, I could not believe it, dude. Like, I could not believe it. And that was a pretty lucky cartridge because I did end up finding a shiny Poochyena and a shiny Zubat on it as well. Before I inevitably lost it. But no, that is definitely something I will never forget. Yeah, kind of, they really are. And like Trico especially, Trico isn't like my favorite shiny, but it will always have that like huge soft spot in my heart. My first shiny to catch was a Lickitung in gold. That's awesome. My little sister has to play, and I said, sure. She started the whole game. Oh no. Ain't that just the way, man? See, I was that, to an extent, I was that little brother that was like, can I play? Can I play? And my older sister, actually, I wouldn't even say it was like that. I remember I had blue version, and I remember that gold and silver had came out. But I hadn't gotten it yet, and I was like thirsting for it, man. Well, I went over to my sister's house, who she had just had her birthday not long ago. Back in this time when I was like 7 or 8 years. No, I would have been like 8. Because it came out, what, 99 in the States? Or no, 2000 in the States. So yeah, I would have been 8. But I remember going to her house. We always used to play Diddy Kong Racing. And I saw it just not in her Game Boy, but next to her Game Boy, just on her dresser. And if anyone has ever seen the movie Step Brothers with John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell, it's that scene where Will Ferrell is looking at the drum set and it's like, he'd had a her. Well, I heard the orchestral music and I was just like, I need that. I was like, what do I got to do to get through to you to tell you there ain't nothing I won't take this chainsaw to? And then she gave it to me. So it was great. And that was also stolen. But most of the games are lost. I don't want to say stolen because I guess I don't know for sure. Most of the games that I lost, I have reclaimed. But not all of them, but most of them. Because throughout my life, I have had every single, like, core game of Pokemon. Like, I had red, blue, and yellow, silver, gold, crystal, fire red, leaf green, ruby, sapphire, emerald, diamond, pearl, platinum, black, white, 2, like, X, Y. There was no Z, but there will be soon. But I had all of them. Had all the bells and whistles. My freaking Game Boy had a book light. Freaking magnifying glass attachment looking. And a lot of it got lost. Woo! I dropped my controller and that made me throw the Pokeball. Ain't that just the way? Oh, and I caught it. Gotcha, Meryl. Dude, man. Those lights. I miss them. Building little blanket forts. Lit by the light of my little worm Game Boy thingy. Just one tiny little light on the top. My batteries are getting drained like 4 times as quickly. It's great. And my Pokemon Blue Sapphire cards. That's awesome. That's actually hilarious because I have a Chow and a Kyogre on top of them. This is my leaf green. Oh, green screen. And this is my original blue. This is from when I was just a wee lad. I held on to that. I was not letting anything happen to that. When I moved, I put that thing in my freaking pocket. No, I was so scared because I had lost so many games. I was like, I am not losing my blue version. That is the blue version that I have had since I was 6 years old. And I will not. I've thought about getting a new sticker for it because you can. There are like websites that sell replacement stickers. But I just like, that thing has got some memories attached to it. If I look hard enough, I can see the childhood. Yeah, honestly. No, I don't have to worry about that anymore. But growing up, so I was adopted growing up, and I lived with a few different families from time to time, and around the one of the most unfortunate things that had happened is I've had some amazing siblings through adoption. I've had some incredible families, and then there were situations where like people knew I was leaving, and like people knew I like was getting adopted. And so they would like hide my shit. And, you know, if I have a deadline that I have to leave by and I can't find my stuff, they're like, yeah, sure, we'll get that to you. Never going to see it again. And that happened a lot. That happened with like more than one family. And like I've reconnected with some of those people. I've thought about asking, but at the same time, it's like, it's not worth it. Hey, you remember that thing like 10 years ago? The tiny little cartridge that looked like a Jolly Rancher? Do you still have that? Oh, you gave it away for like $5? Oh, man. That's too bad. I lost my Pokemon Yellow forever. I was grounded from it. And when I went to get it back after being ungrounded... Oh, dude, what? That's shiesty. Yeah, Jolly Rancher of Doom. That is a horrible lesson. I mean, it's like, despite the attempts at effort, it is like impossible to not get in trouble, man. I do my best to be an upstanding citizen, but I am also a dingus and a human. I think. If I'm a lizard person, it's a pretty good disguise at this point. Maybe not. My hair is green. That might be a little bit of a giveaway. My hair is green because I wanted to be Garfield Logan, and then I got sick. Oh, Ripperoonie Dooney. That's pretty rough. The Game Boy 2. Changeling, Shapeshifter, The Incredible Mr. Menagerie. Man, oh man, schoolyard trades and schoolyard rumors, dude. Those are some crazy days. Badger Mole coming towards me. Come on, guys. Help me out. Badger Mole. He digs through the tunnels. He hates the bass, but he loves the sound. Ah, oh, man. The freaking Powerpuff Girls, too? I kind of feel that, actually. I definitely... I have a duffel bag that I kind of carry around with me everywhere. You You guys want to see the primary contents that are within this duffel bag? Because it actually is kind of embarrassing. And then, like, it's actually even more embarrassing thinking about it because all the stuff is like everything. It's not any of my stream equipment. So, like, no, same. That's exactly why I keep it in my duffel bag that I pretty much have on my person at all times. Like, I'm scared to leave this thing anywhere. Dude. I'm about to expose myself. One moment. I'm gonna do it. We're doing it. Get ready. Yeah, here we go. This is my little travel bag. Got my DSI. Have one switch. This is the case for my other Switch that I'm currently streaming BDSP on. There are two DSs in here. There's two separate DSs that I've just kind of crammed in here. Yeah, it's my 2DS and my 3DS that are both in there. This is my custom AGS 101 Game Boy with silver. This is my IQ Game Boy Advance SP with Ruby. I got a two Game Boy SPs with, they both have gold. What else? And then I got a bunch of games and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to lose it. And as any adventurer should, I keep this in there too. I worked my ass off to buy these. I had a lot of these growing up, and I lost a lot of them growing up. And I went through, and I got them all back through blood, sweat, and freaking tears, man. Yeah. I literally, I don't know why. I just keep a bunch of random junk in here. You know, with enough power and enough responsibility, you reach your hands into the bag. Okay. Okay. Alright. That's enough of that. Whew.
You're all welcome. Shiny Shack After Dark is a different place. It might be. It might just be. Now I'm like, did I put everything in there? Let's do a head count. But so, yeah, no, I have like a problem, right? So that's my travel ocarina. I have 3 ocarinas. I have one to travel with. I have another one to like practice with, and then I have a third one at a second location in case I don't ever have my bag one. So no matter where you are, you should always be able to manipulate time, control weather, call your steed. You should just be prepared for the inevitable invasion of like giant evil pig deities, crazy, simp Twilight guys, super cool Minish twinks. Vati is probably my favorite villain. Okay. That was fun, right? That was a good time. But yeah, Stone Tower Temple is one of the first songs I learned on Ocarina. Because it's one of my all-time favorite themes, dude. It's so good. Oh no, I'm missing a controller. I found it. It was on the floor. That's on me. Well, thank you all for, letting me go through with that little intermission. So, I actually, for a long time, I had this thing, like, this is my Switch controller, right? It's a black GameCube turbo controller. And so, for my GameCube, that I have the Game Boy player set up, I was using a black GameCube turbo controller. I got a black and blue one now, because that was problematic. I was looking down, and I was like, oh, I don't know what's what. And then I'm looking over at my table, and I have 3 more black GameCube controllers, and I'm like, oh no. So all of my controllers are different colors now, and there are 2 that are very similar colors, but one of them has like a paint marking on it, and the console for it has a paint marking on it as well, so I know what controllers go to what systems. Because when I first started setting this up, and I decided to make it all like consistent and correspondent, I was like, oh no, I have no idea what controller operates what system now. Whoopsie. The 3 on my desk aren't turbo. The 2 on my lap are, because I have it set up like this. So this hand controls these 3 controllers on my desk. Whoops. Well, not very well, I guess. Not controlling them very well. And then that screen right there and the top screen are both being controlled by my right hand. Long-nosed Pokemon. Me too. That was kind of messed up. Genetics, I guess. Oh man, I might be hitting that, like, there are 2 walls of sleepiness. And the first wall
You just kind of hit it, and then you just kind of fall down, and you're asleep. You're out. And if you can make it past that, the second wall is you just like it's the second wind essentially. Now I am feeling much more imbued with energy than I was before, but I know that my body is still lagging, especially based on my speech. Do the repel trick for Larvitar, but the use another repel feature isn't. Oh, man. That's a Gen 5 and onward thing? Dang.
Kids nowadays are so spoiled. They don't know what it's like to have to go to the bag every time the repel runs out. We're back in my day. We should learn from my mistakes.
Oh, dang, that's kind of cool. That's how that's not cool. I don't know. That I have conflicted feelings about that because Emerald did that too. There's a lot of stuff in Emerald, like just the overworld abilities thing. Like you can use Flame Body in Emerald, but Flame Body doesn't work in Sapphire or Ruby. It's an Emerald onward thing. Yeah, so no, Emerald. I mean that in the sense that sorry. No, I meant that in the sense with sorry, not the repel thing. Just kind of how I felt about Ruby and Sapphire for a similar reason. I should have worded that better, sorry. No, I get it. Like, I obviously understand the newer game is going to have the more updates, and that's why they had, like, extended Pokedex, too, but I was like, oh, man. I'm more so just salty that I didn't realize it until after I gathered all the Illumites with Illuminates. I think White Flute still works, though. So. Hey, double 5%. Hell yeah. My eyes. Oh, wrong hand. Wrong hand. Got a hoot.
Uthu would be cool, honestly. I would not be upset if Uthu decided to shine, but I would be upset if I caught it. No, hands. Why do you do this to me? We were supposed to be friends. You were the chosen one. Going to end in about 15 minutes. I'm going to use that time to try to get to 4,700. And that's where we'll end, 4,700. Thank you all for an awesome stream. It was a lot of fun. I will be back tomorrow. Not sure what time. I'm going to try to be live early. But who knows? It'll probably end up being a little bit later in the day. Kitties! Mr. Meowgy. You gotta be kidding me. Oh yeah. I'm just going to try to like put in as much time between now and the 30th as possible. I probably won't be able to stream. I probably will not be able to stream on Sunday. Most likely. But I will be streaming every day prior. So the rest of tonight, tomorrow morning, potentially tomorrow afternoon, and Saturday morning as well. Saturday, I'm going to try to put in a couple of hours for sure, but it will be Platinum and Brilliant Diamond. Tomorrow will probably be the last day that I will be doing Safari Week, at least through this setup. And I have the Whooper short reaction edited. I'm gonna upload it. I was gonna do it today, but I still want to give the side up reaction a little time to breathe. Oh, hey, those sound like some awesome events, though. I hope you have a great time with them. Hope you have an amazing time with your family. Yo, what's up, Sean? Nice to see you. Just out here hunting a shiny Pokemon. No luck today, but we have seen 2 shiny Pokemon during Safari Week, and we have caught one of them. The other one ran away. Actually, I see that for me, I don't really like, it's very circumstantial. I am the kind of person where not every shiny needs to be a 10. I like shiny Flareon. I like a lot of subtle shinies. I like a lot of people. I like a lot of Pokemon that people would say they can barely see the shiny. I think in the defense of shiny Garchomp, it is like a weathered and battle-hardened Garchomp. I do not dwell on what I think the worst of something would be. That for me would be very circumstantial. It would be very in the moment. The only times you'll hear me say something like, oh, this is the worst, is like if I'm hunting something and it takes a long time. And even then, that's not a big thing for me. Yeah, it's like a faded color. And the blue of Garchomp reminds me of like a faded denim. Like it's just seen some shit. It's just been through the gutter. So I don't really, while I have a top 5 favorite shiny Pokemon, I do not have any shiny Pokemon that I would consider like the worst or my least favorite. And I hear a lot of people shit on pretty much a lot of the same Pokemon, and I think that's where my love for subtle shinies kind of comes from. Is those are Pokemon that like, those shinies don't really get that much love, even though they're still like just as cool or just as viable as any other shiny.
I miss purple Charizard, man. Not every shiny needs to be like super cool. Garchomp just needs new jeans. You right. Oh, I just dipped. Oops. Yeah, I'm really hoping we get like a variant or a convergent species, right? That was like a purple Charizard shiny. I think that'd be cool. See, even that, I think it has value. I don't see what would make it a trash Pokemon. But I just don't, I can't wrap my head around that, I guess. Yeah, and that's kind of the opinion in which I'm at, is like, just for the sake of anything having a shiny, that shiny is awesome. They don't have to have shinies at all. I take wonder in everything that has a shiny. They're all beautiful. They don't all need to be 10s. I myself am like a shiny Flareon of a person. You know, not everyone's gonna be like, wowee. Yeah, exactly. Like, regardless, it's still an exciting thing. Dude, I just like, that was the thing I thought of first, because that is I actually do like shiny Flareon. I know that it's subtle, but so many people like trash it, and it's just like, man, like, there are probably people out there that have shiny Flareon as like a favorite shiny, or like up there as a favorite shiny, just even because the colors are more matched their favorite colors, or like their favorite color scheme. And they're probably so scared to say it because the common mentality that subtle shinies have to be a bad thing. And like, it does kind of come down to a more optimistic approach, because I don't want to spend the time to be negative on it. I'm a negative enough person. I'm an asshole, you know. Like, don't get me wrong. So I'd like to spend my time focusing on more positive thing that my brain would default to anyway. There's enough negativity going around in there. Yeah, I know, and like, that kind of is what it comes down to for a lot of people with shiny variants as well. Like, back in my day, it felt like everybody like hated on green shinies, and now it feels like that mentality is kind of reversing. I feel like green shinies are more socially acceptable. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Tokyo. I would like to say I'm pretty down to earth, but like 90% of the time I'm high as hell. I had to. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. All of my streams are high streams. Sean, I cannot, because dude, my shiny bag on stream, I named it Booger. I was like, look at you, you're just a big old green booger. So that I can't even disagree with you. That's so funny. But like, I do like Espeon. I'll say the Espeon in Stadium looks great. That like teal or turquoise. That teal or turquoise color looks so good. But my top 5 favorite shinies of all time, in like descending order: Carvana, Druddigon. No, I lied. Carvana, Drifloon, Druddigon, Quillfish, and Munna. Me having fun tomorrow with those clones. Oh! I'm stoked, actually. I'm kind of jealous. There's a place I'll be going to. It's just like a big eatery that I'll be going to in like a month. That everything there, I have to be careful with what I eat, especially lately. Just like I have to watch my diet a lot more. And so one of the things I kind of have to cut back on and kind of pay attention to is gluten. And there's this eatery, this big old freaking eatery that like everything there is gluten-free. Like there's no chance for cross-contamination, which is like such a rare thing. Especially if you have something like celiac disease and you physically can't come into contact with that kind of thing because it is like an allergic reaction. So I'm really stoked for that, especially because I myself, I am a cook, and I have been dabbling a lot with making like homemade gluten-free stuff. And so it would be really cool to kind of not only see how people make other things that I enjoy that are harder to obtain in a gluten-free way, but maybe see some recipes that I hadn't considered before. Oh, I did the thing. I went past the number. That's not real. I didn't do it. You never saw it. These encounters don't exist. This is just me not wanting to end the stream. And I said I'd stream for 2 hours. Damn it, I threw a ball. I said I'd stream for 2 hours. And it's 1 hour and 57 minutes. So, like, don't want to lie to you. So we got like a minute and 15 seconds. Like 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Figured by the time I had been done saying this, we'd only have like a minute left. I'm going to bed, Nightbot. Don't even do it. Don't even try it. We'll do it next time. Going to bed. The moon! Hey, that's that. I mean, that's kind of cool. I'm getting pushed out. Mess up a lot when I'm sleepy, damn. Blah, blah. All right. I'm going to do one encounter of everything all the way around, and then I'm going to end. We have hit the 2-hour mark.
I remember chocolate. Sweet, sweet chocolate. I always hated it. Marie, get in here and rub that chocolate all over my body. What are they selling? What?
Good night. Love you.
I'll see you all on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.